Many may ask, what is cryptocurrency? Let's start with this. Let's start by knowing what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency or crypto or it's a digital currency that does not rely on any centralized authority to uphold or maintain it. Instead, transaction and ownership data stored in a digital ledger using distributed ledger technology, typically a blockchain. Okay, now what that simply means is that cryptocurrency is a digital currency that is not paper. Okay, it's only transfer via phone or laptop or gadget. It's a digital currency, just like your paper money. Like let me take for instance, you have your naira, you have your dollar notes. All those things are currency, right? They are currency. They are called fiat currency because they are notes. They are physical. You can touch them. All right. But cryptocurrency is a digital currency that exists within a computer. All right. It's just a piece of code. Example of cryptocurrencies. We have Bitcoin being the first cryptocurrency with a large market cap, followed by Ethereum is a cryptocurrency, Binance BNB is a cryptocurrency, USDT is a cryptocurrency, Solana is a cryptocurrency. There are hundreds and hundreds of cryptocurrencies. Now, there are cryptocurrency we call a stable coin, and then we have other cryptocurrencies. Example of cryptocurrency we call stable coins, we have USDT, BUSD, and DAI. Now, why are they called stable coin? They are called stable coins because they are tied to the US dollar note fiat currency. What does that mean? It means that the same value that the US dollar is the same value that these stable coins are. It means that they move same way the US dollar moves, which means that they are no longer, today you not see them at 100, tomorrow you are seeing them at 2, tomorrow you are seeing them at one number or the other, just like other cryptocurrency operates. They are cryptocurrency that just remains just like that. So when people want to take profit, when people want to withdraw other cryptocurrency, they withdraw them into what we call the stable coin. Okay, so how do you make money with this cryptocurrency, you may ask? As so many persons have claimed they've made money with cryptocurrency, how do you get in and make money with cryptocurrency? And that's what we're going to be talking about on the long run in this tutorial. Okay, but let's take everything step by step. Now, the same way you've operated with your naira note or your dollar note, how you use it to buy goods and services, how you use it to exchange from one product to the other, or pay for one service to the other. We are all making money. We are just exchanging it within ourselves and making money. That's the same way cryptocurrency operates. Okay, it's no different. After all, it's all currencies. Okay, so how you make money with cryptocurrency is by buying and selling the same way you buy and sell. As so many companies now accept it as a legal tender where people can use it to buy and sell products on their website. Okay, you can make money off cryptocurrency by buying a particular cryptocurrency and keeping. And when more people get in, when more people buy into the cryptocurrency, you get to make more profit. All right, just like most persons that bought their dollar note and kept for like a year ago, and now when dollar has gotten to a reasonable extent, has risen against the naira, they make so much money when they convert it back into the naira. Okay, that's the same way you make money off cryptocurrency. So when you buy a particular cryptocurrency and keep, when you convert it into your local currency, you make so much money off that cryptocurrency. Okay, that's how you make money. Then apart from this that I've mentioned, there are varieties of ways you can make money off cryptocurrency by, delivering services, creating your own cryptocurrency, exchanging for people, just like we have the Aboki exchange that exchange the naira to different currencies around the world, in Nigeria. So that's how you basically just operate with this cryptocurrency. There are more ways, but let's stick by this for now. So the next thing we're going to talk about is, how do you store this cryptocurrency? We all know that we store the naira and the dollar in the banks, and sometimes we keep them at home. How do you really store this cryptocurrency? That's the next module. So skip to the next module. Now, if you have your naira or your dollar, it's either you keep them in a safe at home, or you store it in a bank, or you store it with another individuals. There are different ways you store it. But cryptocurrency, how do you store it? How do you store cryptocurrency against hackers? How do you store cryptocurrency against those that against theft? All right. How do you keep it secure such that it is only you that have access to that your own cryptocurrency? Now, cryptocurrency is stored in what we call wallet. The place where cryptocurrency is stored is called a wallet. Now, there are several ways you can store your own cryptocurrency. Now, before I go on with this, I need to let you know that there are several cryptocurrencies in the world. Now, we have what we call a token and we have what we call a coin. We'll talk about that later. The first cryptocurrency in the world that is known and is the number one cryptocurrency in the world is Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin. Then the next followed by Ethereum. Now, all these are measured by the way people invest in them and how people invest in them, like people buying and selling them, how people buy and store them if they are. So this is actually measured by what we call market cap. The market cap is the total amount of investment that people have put into a particular cryptocurrency. So now, how do you store this cryptocurrency? We'll talk about those cryptocurrency later. How do you store this cryptocurrency? This cryptocurrency is stored by keeping them, sending them into a wallet or to an exchange or to a place called a ledger that's storing them offline. Now, how do you get this wallet? Are they free of charge or they are paid for? No, they are totally free of charge. All right. So now we have a wallet. Just like if you have your naira or your dollar note in your hands, where do you store them? It's either you save them in the bank or you store them in a saving box at home. The one at hand in your home, you are the only one that know where you stored it. Before you can access that one you stored at home, you have to use, maybe you have to open your door with your own key. If you lost your key, you have lost access to that your money you stored at home. That's the same way it operates when you store cryptocurrency in a wallet. That's called a decentralized wallet. All right, the wallet is called decentralized wallet, and there are several of these decentralized wallets that we are going to talk about that you can use to store your cryptocurrency for free. And they operate in the same mode, but they have different models. That means there is a little differences in their mode of operation, but they are all wallet. Okay, so now the next one that we're also going to talk about is the exchange. Now, that's another place where you store cryptocurrency, but in this exchange you don't just store your cryptocurrency, but you are able to trade the cryptocurrency too. You are able to buy other cryptocurrency too. Mind you, while you store cryptocurrency in your wallet, you can also buy other cryptocurrency in that wallet. All right, you can also buy cryptocurrency from that your wallet and into that wallet. All right. So why the wallet is called decentralized exchange, that means you are in control of whatever happened with your money, with your currency. Then the exchange is called centralized exchange because you are not in control of whatever happened to your money. If the exchange shut down, you are not in control. If anything happened, they can tell you, okay, we are not withdrawing today, don't withdraw today. Or they can tell you, okay, you can go ahead to withdraw so quantity today. So exchange has some level of restriction. They have permission to restrict you if they want to. All right. So advisably, I advise most people to store their cryptocurrency. If you are storing your cryptocurrency for a long time, to store in a cryptocurrency in a wallet. All right. Now, exchange, exchange operates just like the way your local banks operate. They can give loan, they store your money, and then they take transaction charges when let's say you withdraw or you deposit or something of that sort. Okay, the same way the banks operate is the same way exchanges likely operate. All right, I hope you understand that, right? So example of exchanges, we have Coinbase Exchange, we have Binance Exchange, we have Hobby Exchange. Now there are so many other exchanges, but these are the most popular exchanges the most popular and the most trusted exchanges I've mentioned to you. The one I use the most is actually Binance Exchange, and that's the one I'm going to be using all through this tutorial to make videos for you guys. And then we're going to leverage around the rest, issues around the rest. Okay, so be sure that if you don't have a Binance account, click on the link below and then register a Binance account for yourself. Now, the next video below is a video showing you how to register a Binance account. Now, for the wallet, examples of wallets are, we have Trust Wallet, we have Coinbase Wallet, we have Hobby Wallet, we have Exodus Wallet, we have Trust Wallet, we have MetaMask Wallet, we have crypto.com wallet. There are so many wallets. But the most popular ones are the ones I've just mentioned to you. The most used wallets are Trust Wallet and MetaMask Wallet, and they all operate differently. So I'm going to show you how they all operate below and how you can actually use them. Okay. Profitable ways to buy and sell in crypto. Now, profitable ways to buy and sell in crypto entails moving money directly from your bank into your crypto account, into an exchange, down to wallet, and then back and forth. Then you've been able to use that same amount of money to be able to swap into any other crypto asset. All right. So let's just go ahead right now. First of all, from the previous videos tutorial ahead that you've seen, I believe by now you've been able to get a Binance app or a KuCoin app. All right. I do not recommend KuCoin for future trading. KuCoin is only good for spot trading and every other crypto transaction, but future, it's very bad at future trading. This is not a bad recommendation, but it's just from personal experience. All right, so I'm just saying this from this particular tutorial so that when you get to future trading section, you will know the particular app to actually leverage on. All right, so now by now you already know your way around this Binance, but if you don't know by now, I just need to just guide you around. All right, Binance contains several aspects. Right here we have the market, we have the trade options. All right, let me move this a little bit. Then we have the future, and then we have the wallet. So we are going to be playing around with all these options back and forth. So when I tap on all these particular options I've just shown you with these arrows, they are all interlinked. All right, so I could get one particular section from another section, and from one section I can get another. This is what I mean. Now, market shows you the chart of the different cryptos. So if I tap on market, click on spot, here we can conduct spot trading. All right, when you get to spot, you will know what spot trading is. The next when you get to spot trading section, then we have the future. When you get to future, you know what that means. Then from trade, I can actually go back to the chart. All right, so now let's just begin right here. Now when we tap on wallet right here, when we click on wallet, it takes us into our account, and from our account you see the spot wallet and then the funding wallet. All right, so on Binance we have the spot wallet, the funding wallet, margin, future, and N. Now future is where you conduct your future trade, whereby N is where you do all those Binance auto invest, and it shows within the N. All right, so we're not going into that right now. So what we'll be concerning ourselves with is this future spot wallet, and then funding wallet. Now funding wallet entails the details, whatever is required for you to fund your Binance account. All right, so profitable ways to buy and sell crypto. Now if you tap on, those of you that are actually watching this video from other part of the world that is not from Nigeria, you can actually buy crypto directly into your Binance with your card. All right, you can directly pay with your card, and and uh, and you won't have any problem or any restriction. But those persons that lives in Nigeria, the only way you buy crypto into your Binance account is through P2P. Now on P2P here, there are several sections right here where you can buy and sell crypto into your Binance, back and forth. You can buy and sell crypto on Binance, all right, and you can buy USDT, BTC, BNB, and it's just like about 6 pairs right here. Yeah, that's okay, 7 pairs rather. Now with these 7 pairs, forget about this engine. I don't normally mention this engine when it comes to pairs like this. I always prefer the first four. So it's from these pairs that you buy here that you can use to, swap into every other crypto. All right, or you could use them to buy every other pair. So let's say, for instance, I want to buy right here. Although subsequently in the next tutorial about being a crypto vendors, I'll explain the particular section properly. All right, let's say I want to buy this. First of all, let's say I want to buy a crypto worth of about 50,000. Instead of being to scroll all the way down looking for someone within that range, right? So you could see here the least this person can say is 120k, and then the maximum they can say is 124k. Least, maximum, least, maximum. So all I need to do is to click on that filter right there. All right, I don't know if you saw what I clicked on. Click on this filter right here. Click on it. When you tap on it, then you will see enter the amount 50,000. All right, so I want to buy from that range. So any person with ads within that range comes up. All right, comes up. So I could tap on any one of them and buy. So let's say I tap on this particular person right here and then enter the amount I want to buy, 50,000. Tap on buy. Now once I tap on buy, I'll have to, there's a message box at the top right hand side, which is here. So I can tap to see whatever message that the person have typed. So there's a lot of message instruction. Every merchant have their own instructions. All right, then we have make payment right here. Okay, so I tap there to make payment. Now I'll copy the account number, go and send the money to the person. But while doing that, you have to be sure you cover up for this time. If this time elapsed and you've not made payment, it will go off. And if you send the money before the time goes up, it will become a very big problem for you. Except you're able to find the ad and then recreate it. All right. So once I click on transferred, it means that I've made the payment already. Then I'll wait for this person to confirm this ad. All right, but now that I did not do that, I have to click I do not want to trade anymore. Make sure that I don't do this cancellation more than 3 times a day. So now once I buy the crypto into my account right here, now everything exists within my spot wallet. So whatever crypto I'm holding shows up here, comes up here. All right, so now if I want to buy, when you want to buy a crypto on a particular crypto, or you want to buy some set of crypto, this particular video is how to profitably buy a crypto, not all about knowing the right crypto to buy. Maybe the next model we'll talk about the right crypto to buy. So now there are some cryptos that exist on Binance that are not on Trust Wallet. All right, you already know what Trust Wallet is, what MetaMask is, or this decentralized wallet that you can store your cryptos. All right, so now if you want to buy a crypto, let's come to CoinMarketCap. If you don't have CoinMarketCap, just download it. It's actually free of charge. CoinMarketCap is a place where you can find all the cryptos. Any crypto that is not on CoinMarketCap, it means that either they are yet to fix it in there, or is they are trying to play scam. All right, so for you that is starting, right, and your crypto is not on let's say you're looking for a crypto on CoinMarketCap, and not all crypto here is real though. Most of them are pure scam. So let's say I'm looking for a crypto like the X. So this is just a random crypto that came to my head, the X. All right, so tap on it. Now, when you tap on it, now this is how it displays. It first shows the chart, then then the price of the crypto. Then if you scroll down, you see some messages about people, whether they are positive about the crypto or not. So most times the messaging can help you, you know whether you should buy the crypto or you shouldn't buy. All right. Then we have the market cap right here. So this particular section that shows statistics explain the market cap and details about the particular token. Later in subsequent videos, I'll also explain that. All right. So right here now, if you click on markets, now market shows you the list of exchanges that they are actually on, list of exchanges that you can buy this particular crypto. So they are on Binance, they are they are on Bybit, they are on KuCoin, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So this, it means that I can buy this DYDX on KuCoin on Binance. So now that I have Binance and KuCoin, preferably let me use Binance. I'll click on the market option of Binance. Then when you click on market option, and then click on the search bar, then type the Y, the X, and then tap on it. Now the Y, the X, tapped on it. Then to click buy. Now when you want to buy, you change this from limit and put it to market. Reason is that you want to buy it at market price. Oh, this is future. No, no, no. We are going to spot wallet, not future. Spot wallet. Make sure it's spot wallet and not future. Okay. So what we use to buy this now, you can either use USDT, BUSD, BNB, or BTC. All right. So that's why I always recommend most people you buy USDT. So tap on USDT, click on buy. So you change this from limit to market. All right. So now limit to market. So what will happen right here now? It means that you want to buy it at the current market price. All right. So when we're talking about spot trading, I'll tell you guys more about the limit stops. All right. Then here I can enter the amount. Maybe I want to buy with $100. Once I enter the amount, there's no balance right here. Once I hit buy, it's gone. I've successfully bought the Y, the X, and when you click on spot wallet, you will see it right here within your spot balance. From there, you could decide to send it to places like Trust Wallet. That is your decentralized exchange where you could hold your crypto. All right. Yeah, the places like this where you could hold your crypto. So you could see mine here, right here, the answer. Okay, you can see mine right here, the Y, the X, right here. All right. So that's how to buy on an exchange. All right. So another way you can buy on an exchange like Binance without spending so much money is, let's say, particular crypto like the YDX. Now after tapping on the particular crypto, now there are most cryptos that are actually sidelined. Let's go back, click on spot wallet, the YDX. Now we clicked on buy. Now there's one option that is right at the top left, that's convert. Now if you tap on convert, when you click on convert when you click on convert, uh, you will see most cryptos that are actually displayed there at that convert section. You can actually buy them or swap them without paying a single fee. You can actually, let's search the Y, the X, the Y, the X. So now it means here, let's say against USD, it means you can buy these cryptos without paying a single fee. All right. But on spot wallet there are little fees that you pay. All right. So this is where you can do all the conversion without paying a single fee on an exchange like Binance All right, the same thing applies to 𝐾𝐽, but 𝐾𝐽 has limited version of cryptos that are actually at this convert section. All right, so let's say I want to swap a coin that is not at that particular area, that is not at that convert area. So another place where you can follow to that convert, if you click on this more button, tap on it. Now when you tap on the more button, you will scroll all the way up, scroll up a little bit, and you see convert right here. All right, so there we can access it. So let's search for a crypto that is not working right here. So any crypto that you're not able to find within this convert without charges, it means that you have to carry on a compulsory spot trading with that crypto. Whenever you are buying the crypto, you have to look for it at the spot wallet section. Then on the decentralized exchange, or on the decentralized wallet like Trust Wallet, I'm going to show you how that one works too. Okay, what is crypto network? Let's start with what we call crypto network. Okay, let's talk about crypto network. Crypto network is very important. It's more even as important as you sending your crypto to any other person. All right, now what is crypto network? Crypto network is the route through which a crypto is created. It's a chain that a crypto is actually created on. All right, so we have different crypto network. Every cryptocurrency operates on a network. Okay, so for instance now, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of those, they have different network that they operate on. So network is basically the chain, the transport route that they operate on. Okay, for instance, Bitcoin operates on Bitcoin network, Ethereum operates on Ethereum network, that's 𝐸𝐻 network. All right, now every crypto network has its own native currency. Just like let me take for instance, you are someone from South Africa is coming to live in Nigeria. Now Nigeria as a country has its own aboriginal people, that's the native people that lives in Nigeria. So that's the same way with every cryptocurrency network, they have its own native currency. Now that South African person that came to Nigeria to live is now an extra person. So if he wants to buy anything, a land, or he wants to own a property in Nigeria, now it's the native of Nigeria that will now sell that property to the person. All right, so for instance now, Ethereum as a native cryptocurrency of Ethereum chain. Okay, so every other cryptocurrency that exists on this Ethereum network is called a token. So Ethereum is a coin, Bitcoin is a coin, it's on its own, and then a token is every other cryptocurrency that lives on another cryptocurrency's network. All right, so now I might be using this word interchangeably. Like when I mention chain, I'm referring to network, or I mention or blockchain. So they mean the same thing. All right, now there are so many crypto networks. We have the most popular ones. We have the Bitcoin network, we have the Ethereum network, we have the XRP network, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic network, Binance Smart Chain network, BNB network. There are so many networks. So every other cryptocurrency that exists on them is now called a token. So now for instance now, every other cryptocurrency can also borrow a space in another cryptocurrency's network. For instance now, USDT that is created on 𝐸𝐻 network can borrow a space on BEP20 network, which is Binance Smart Chain network. And now when it borrows a space there, it exists as a peg token. All right, so now it's now called the USDT Binance Peg USDT. All right, so it's just like someone from South Africa can come here and buy property and live here. All right, so now if the person from South Africa say, okay, is living South Africa, and he say, okay, I'm going to Nigeria where I have my house. Okay, now if he takes a South African airline, because he's a South African, he went and enter, let's say, take a plane from South Africa, he will still land back in South Africa. Okay, so if you say land in another South African country, that is, if you take South African airline that is going to South Africa again, it's still going to land back in South Africa. So he has to take a Nigerian airline that is going to Nigeria that leads to his house. Okay, so now that is, he has to take a South African airline that is going to Nigeria. I don't know if you understand that my analogy very well. So that same thing applies to cryptocurrency. So if you are sending USDT from let's say from Binance, being an exchange, to a Trust wallet, it has to be on and you're sending to BEP20 network. Okay, that's Binance Smart Chain. It has to be on BSC BEP20. All right. So that being said, now the place where you can find all of this network and where most people don't know is called chainlist.org. On chainlist.org, you can find every single network you want. For instance, now let me search the network Phantom here and search. Did I get this spelling correct? Phantom. All right. See, I have Phantom network right here, and from this chainlist.org, both new network, every details you need about the network, you will find it here. All right, every single details you need about the network, you find it here. Okay, on this same Phantom chainlist.org, you can directly connect to your wallet. You can directly connect the network to your wallet. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you can directly connect to any network to your wallet from this chainlist.org. So be careful if you're visiting this site. You know, there can be fishy one. All right, so let's start with opening a wallet. If you don't know how to open a wallet, so I have to go to metamask.org. So if you're using an Android and you download metamask app, for me, I'm going to use Chrome extension. All right, so I'm just showing you everything. So I'll click on add extension. So the same way you have it on your Android or your iPhone is the same way you can as well use it. The same way I'm using it here, the same way you can use it there. So you create your own wallet there, or if you're using it on if you're creating the wallet on Trust Wallet, it's the same way. Once you download the app, just click on create wallet and then you begin with the wallet creation. So after downloading the MetaMask app, need to click on it. I think it has auto installed. Okay, it hasn't installed. Okay, yeah, so it has been automatically installed, added. So there we have it. All right, so I have this extension installed already. So now I want to pin it. I'll click on that my extension line right there, click on it and then pin it. I just want to be seeing it there. All right, so if I click on my MetaMask right here, okay, so let me close out from their website. So I'll have to click on my MetaMask right here to start creating an account. All right, so when you click on the extension, it will take you here, get started with MetaMask. Okay, I'm going to get started, then I agree to terms and conditions. If you have a wallet, you import, but if I don't have a wallet, I have to create a new wallet there. So I'm assuming we are all new users here, so I'll create a password right here. Okay. Okay, so create an account. So click next. This is just telling the process. So show recovery phrase. So now I'm going to copy this my recovery phrase. Y'all can see it. All right, nothing is hidden, so I'm not going to do anything with this wallet, so it's typically going to be useless. Okay, let me paste it there. So now when you create wallet, now this recovery phrase is your only key to always access or use this wallet. So if anybody have access to this recovery phrase, that wallet is totally gone. All right, So now create recovery. So now I have to re-enter it to be sure that I did the right thing. So click on brain. The first one was brain, then the second one was rate, then the third one was book, then elder, spy, success, armed, solar, grape, mixed, attack, then month. All right, so confirm. Boom, I've successfully created that wallet. Boom. So now when you create a MetaMask wallet, the difference between MetaMask and Trust Wallet is Trust Wallet contains all the network and is mainly on Binance Smart Chain network. That's where it operates the most. But MetaMask wallet operates mainly on Ethereum network. All right. So now, why most people say they send coin to wrong address and it doesn't reflect, they send coin to wrong address and it doesn't reflect, is they just mistaking the network. All right. So now, if you must send a coin from Binance on another network to MetaMask, you have to change it from Ethereum network. All right. So now you see now, so here to add new network on MetaMask right here, you have to click here and click add new network. But on mobile, it operates differently. On mobile, you have to I have to show you guys how it operates on mobile. So some other lessons down the line shows you how it's actually done on mobile. All right. So click there to add new network. All right. So but if you're adding new network, you need to add all these things. You need to add the network name, which doesn't really matter. That's the name of the network. Then the new RPC URL, then the chain ID, then the currency symbol, and then the blockchain explorer ID. So we don't know that. So where are we going to get that? Is this chain.org? That's where you get everything. But if I don't want to go through the process of copying everything from here and then adding it manually, okay, I can just click connect. All right. If I click connect, so this platform will automatically connect with my MetaMask. Okay. Remember, my MetaMask is logged on in my browser. So if you are using mobile phone, all you just have to do is to, go to this website and it just to grab the details. Okay, I was about connecting Phantom connect. All right. So once I tap connect, it will just pop on my MetaMask. So I'm giving permission to connect. Just it's a straightforward thing. Hooray! I've just connected my MetaMask to Phantom network. So my MetaMask now exists on Phantom network. So I can switch between Ethereum network and Phantom network by just clicking here. And okay, I think I need to refresh this page. To refresh quickly. So I'm done. So I can just switch right here. Between the different network. Let me see. That I added the Phantom network. Okay. I've not added. Okay, I just connected. Okay, I connected to MetaMask, but I did not add the network. So, okay, add to MetaMask. Okay, add to MetaMask. Okay, approve. Switch network. And boom, that's just all. So we've automatically connected to Phantom network. All right, so as you can see here, every details is automatically added here. Phantom, Opera, representative, and then the symbol and everything is automatically added. So now if I am adding any coin from Phantom, it will automatically just reflect. Okay, so I can add as many networks as possible. Let's say I want to add let's go to the home page and add BSC network. Okay, Binance Smart Chain network, add to MetaMask. It will load up just same way. Okay, approve. Once we approve it, it will just switch. Boom. So if you come here, we have 3 different networks added to the MetaMask: Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Phantom Opera. Okay, that has been added to this MetaMask. So that's how you just add any network of your choice to your MetaMask. All right. So I'm going to show you how it operates on Trust Wallet. So now, when you do this now, if let's say on this MetaMask now, one thing that you must know is every cryptocurrency has their own block explorer. Let's say, for instance, now Binance Smart Chain has its own explorer as BSC scan. All right. So let's say BSC scan. Now on this blockchain explorer, one thing you must understand on this blockchain explorer that most people don't know is on this blockchain explorer, everything and anything is possible. you can search an address here. You can search a transaction hash ID. Transaction hash ID is publicly displayed. Transaction hash ID is a ID that you get when after every successful transaction on a particular network. So if you search a transaction hash ID right here, now you will find every details about that transaction, where it went to or anything. So if somebody send you like their smart chain address and you paste it right in here, it will display the balance that is on that smart chain address and everything that that smart chain address has. Okay, so now let's just go to the blockchain. Now let me just copy a random wallet address right here. Okay, so now I just tap on this wallet address right here. Look at the balance. That's about $16.75 worth of BNB, and it has about $1 worth of about 28 different tokens. Look at this Binance Spec BUSD. Now this is Binance Spec BSC USD. This is USDT but exists in Binance Spec. Okay, you can see the website here, Binance Spec Trade /BNB USDT. All right, so that's what I was telling you about. This USDT exists as a peg. So now let's say I copy the contract ID of this USDT. The contract ID of a coin is like the account number of that coin. All right, it's like the identity of that coin. Now if you must make that coin reflect on your wallet, you copy the contract ID. This one is for the particular network, and then come here. I want to add a new token, import new tokens. Now I have to just paste that contract ID and every other details will come up. All right, so now you can see everything just pop up, import tokens, and then I've added that coin to my wallet. So if somebody has sent, let's say, USDT from Binance to Trust Wallet and it did reflect as a result of wrong network, all I just need to do is change my MetaMask to Binance Smart Chain Network, then go to the Binance Explorer and Binance Smart Chain Explorer, search at USDT, copy the contract ID, come here and paste it, and boom, the USDT will just reflect automatically. All right, I hope you understand that. Let's say you sent a coin on your Trust Wallet and then it's existing on another network, and then you want to do the same thing that we've actually done on MetaMask right now to try, import, change your network, change the network of your Trust Wallet so that the coin will actually reflect on your Trust Wallet. This is partly the recovery. If you understand some of these things I've said from the beginning till now, then you should be able to recover coin that is sent to wrong network. Although the next modules of the videos is going to actually talk more about them. All right, so now on Trust Wallet, you have to copy the recovery phrase, and you can get your recovery phrase by clicking on settings, and then when you click on settings, you click on security, enter your passcode, and then click on you click on setting, then you click on the name of the wallet that is written right here, around here. Okay, so I click there, then you click on these three dots right here. Okay, so that's click, and then click show recovery phrase. Now it will take you to the section where a recovery phrase will be shown to you, and then you copy that 12 key phrase. If anybody have that 12 key phrase, they have access to your wallet. All right, then you click on, when you are done with that, now you come over and click on this button right here, this plus button right here. When you click on that plus button, click on I already have a wallet. Now I told you about one of the unique thing about Trust Wallet is that you could have a multi-coin wallet. That's wallet that has coins from different chains like Ethereum, BNB, Bitcoin, Polkadot, XRP, and so on. Mention them. All right, so let's say we are importing a coin on, let's say, on a Chronos network. You can see there are a whole list of them. All right, but one thing with the MetaMask is, okay, KuCoin chain even has a KuCoin community chain. One thing with MetaMask is with the Trust Wallet is that only this list that is given to you, you can't add any other list. All right, there are other crypto chains that are not added to this particular crypto wallet, Trust Wallet. All right, but the most popular one that people transact on the most is actually here. All right, before now, some months ago, Chronos was not here. Chronos was not on Trust Wallet, but now Chronos is now on Trust Wallet. All right, so now let's just do that right now. Let's say we're using Chronos. Click on, tap on Chronos. Now paste the recovery phrase and import. Okay, so now I've actually imported my wallet, or recreate or imported my wallet, or generated my wallet on 𝐿𝐻𝐾𝐚𝐥 network. So if there are any coins on 𝐾𝐚𝐥 that I might want to add, I can come here and click on add. Let me try to search if I will see anyone that will pop up. Okay, so how can I add other coins on 𝐾𝐚𝐥? Okay, I can just go and go to 𝐾𝐚𝐥 Explorer and then search them out. Okay, search out whatever coin that I want to add. Or the best thing you could do is to click on this 𝐾𝐚𝐥, click on the receiver, copy the address, this is your address, and go to 𝐾𝐚𝐥 Explorer, paste the address, and you will see whatever token that is existing on that address will be shown to you. All right, it will be shown to you. Okay, and when it is shown to you, you can copy the contract ID of whatever coin that you have sent to the wallet, or that may have been sent that is not reflecting on the multi-coin wallet, and come here, add as custom token, click on the plus button, paste it, and then boom, everything automatically just appear. All right, so that's how to do this on Trust Wallet. Now when it comes to a decentralized wallet, like let me use a wallet that has a little amount of crypto. Let's say when it comes to a decentralized wallet like Trust Wallet, now when it comes to swapping, most people make the mistakes of increasing or using a very large amount of slippages, which is not good. Now how to swap right here. Let's talk about how to swap first. Now let's say you go to Trust Wallet right here, and then you tap on browser. When you tap on the browser, yours may not be displaying any history. Or you scroll down, you see DeFi, click on PancakeSwap. Now when you click on PancakeSwap, okay, it will take you into PancakeSwap. So here we are on PancakeSwap. Now swapping crypto right here is always for cryptos like smart chain cryptos. Now how do you identify smart chain cryptos? Let's go back to the CoinMarketCap and use the DYDX as an instance. Now let's search DYDX. Now after searching the crypto, if you scroll all the way down, you will see contracts. All right, this section that is written contract. Now tap on contracts. Now it will show you the network that this crypto exists on. Now this particular DYDX exists on Ethereum and Solana, which means that before you can swap it, you need to use an Ethereum, either you use Uniswap or Solana acceptable swapping platform. So let's look for another crypto that we could swap right here that is on smart chain. There are other cryptos on smart chain, like let's search let's form, this particular crypto called form. Okay, now you could see here crypto form is actually on Ethereum network and Binance Smart Chain, that's the ERC-20 network, which means that you could actually buy it on Uniswap, and then you can buy it on PancakeSwap. So let me tap on it to copy. So all I need to do is to tap on it. Let me adjust this. Okay, just to tap here to copy. All right, tap and then go back to the Trust Wallet. Now when you get back to Trust Wallet, tap on the 𝐾𝐸𝐿 is always there on the default, paste the contract ID and the token reflect. All right, then you manually import it. The reason why I don't just want to search, some people might ask, why didn't you just search? If I search the token form right there now, or other cryptos that are actually closely related, you could see the number of different cryptos that came up. all right, just for searching form, although form came out at the top, but see the number of cryptos. So this could lead to confusion sometimes. All right, that's why we need contra ID to get some tokens. Now to swap, you could see that mine here is at a slippage of 1%. While swapping, the highest slippage I recommend, the highest if it must go really high, is 12%. But I normally swap. Maybe that one is maybe an extreme or unknown token that is just a compulsion to buy. All right, but the highest slippage that I've ever gone while swapping a crypto is 5. Always 5. When it's too much, it's 5. Else 1% slippage can swap your token. All right, you can see this is what I'm talking about right here, slippage tolerance. All right, now why most people try to swap a token and it's not going? So while you're swapping, you need BNB for transaction fee. Either you're swapping from USDT, the USDT should be in BEP20. That is when you are sending it to wallet, it should be on a BEP20 network, that's matching network. All right, whether you're swapping from USDT or you're swapping from BNB, you need some quantity of BNB. All right, so now if I'm swapping to this form here, now if I enter maximum, let's say 0.003. Now do you notice that some numbers of forms displayed right here? Let's try to swap and see what will happen. Oh, it went straight without an error, but most times it always displays an error, and I'll tell you why the error. The reason for the errors is that the token you are swapping to right here, you should enter the amount you are swapping in value of the token. All right, so which means for this token right here, I'll have to remove this last digit and add it back before swapping. So I have to remove that and add it back. Now if you're swapping and each time it keeps giving you error upon error upon error, remove that last digit, add it back, and then it will adjust the amount before continuing with the swap. All right, always enter the value in the token that you are swapping to and not the token you are swapping from. All right, so the time you need to increase slippage, you need to go to this section right here, tap here and increase. This is where you see it's at 1 right here. Here is where you enter the number. First of all, start with 2 and then 3 and 4 and 5. It's only when you're selling a token, that you're swapping from that token from a random altcoin to USDT or to BNB, those are the times that all those slippages worries. Those are the times that you need to use slippage of 5, or you need to use slippage of 10 or even 12 slippage. Else when you're buying, you don't need to enter the slippage. The reason why this slippage is important is it determines the amount you are charged for transaction charges. So you might use a slippage of 10 now. Instead of getting $100, you get about $95, all right, after swap. So I hope you understand this. So what we're going to do right here now is to attempt selling some token, and to start with right here, because we've done some buying before now, and we're going to attempt selling some token right here. So I'm starting with this PIT token right here. After entering the details, I enter swap. Pancake have V2 and V1, so I'm using V2, all right, version 2, which is the one you're going to be using right now because V1 is no longer functioning. So once you log in, it will just take it to V1. So now enter PIT token to be swapped to BNB, all right, and then I tap on swap, confirm swap. It brings on this error, which is a usual thing that it normally comes on with. So now what I need to do is to increase the slippage to 0.8 and then attempt swapping again, and boom, it brings up the same error. Go back, increase the slippage this time around to 2 and then swap again. Brings on the same error. go back and then change the slippage to 5. That's how you keep adjusting it till it goes through. Now this is different from buying. In buying, you need to enter it in the amount. Okay, this slippage 5 works. Yeah, slippage 5 have always worked in this kind of situation. So slippage 5 worked perfectly well. So if you go back to the wallet right now, tap on the wallet, and you see, look at the pick token right there. In no time it will just disappear, and you see the BNB will be topped up. So boom, it has disappeared. No, it hasn't. Yeah, the balance will be topped up. Okay, I guess that has gone through already. So if I refresh here now, you see that the pick token goes to 0 and the BNB balance has been topped up. So we could attempt swapping another token just for you to understand very well. So I will start with this Doge. Let's do Dogecoin. Mind you, the reason why we are doing all these things on PancakeSwap is because they are on smart chain address. Smart chain is a smart chain token. All right, so now when we are here, by now you already know what to do. Enter the token you're swapping from, which is the altcoin you're swapping from, and then the token you're swapping to is most likely BNB or USDT. So for me, I'm swapping to BNB. All right, so now after entering, most token will need you to approve the amount. You approve some small amount before you can swap. And mind you, after the previous swap, you always need to reset the slippage to a lower amount, because not all token requires high slippage before you can swap. Remember, the slippage is tax you're paying. All right. So now I have to approve that. Now, approving that does not mean that the transaction has gone through. It's just a permission to be able to sell this particular token, and most times it's always a one-time approval. So subsequently, after doing that, I can go on to swap. So if you approve that particular first approval and then you don't go on with the swap, probably you've not done any swap. So with this, one can go on to swap any token, buy any token on PancakeSwap, Trust Wallet, on Trust Wallet via PancakeSwap. The same thing applies if you're using a MetaMask. You could do the same, go through the browser and use PancakeSwap, and then you're able to swap as many tokens as possible or sell as many tokens as possible. Let's talk about the spot trading. When it comes to the spot trading, you don't need so much analysis. All you need to do is just as simple as ABC. You could still apply your normal analysis, and then you're able to make as much profit as possible when it comes to spot trading. All right, now let's go over to this particular section called the market. Now when you click on market, now you see some list of cryptocurrency right here, which are my favorite. All right, now let's click on spot. All right, now when you click on spot, now when compares to future, spot has a very wide range. Let me know this, that very is not, it's wrong. Spot has a wide range of cryptocurrencies in this particular section right here compared to future. So so this is what I literally do right here. The spot wallet is a place where you could buy cryptocurrency or sell cryptocurrency. Now buy or sell. All right, when you click on spot wallet, let's say I wanted to buy this particular cryptocurrency called AGLD. I click on buy, and then when I click on buy, now one thing about the spot wallet here is it also looks like as if you want to trade future or something. Now you could see limit right there, limit and some varieties of option, market, stop limit, trailing stop, and stuff like that. Now limit means you want to buy a particular crypto or you want to sell a particular crypto, but you want to buy it when it reaches a particular price. So once it reaches that price, it should buy, it should just buy. Okay. Or when it reaches a particular price, it should just sell. All right. That's what limit means. Market means you want to buy at the exact market price, whatever the market price is at that moment, you want to buy at that price. That's what market means. Then stop limit Stop limit means or maybe I'll explain that in the subsequent video, because you're going to be making use of limit and market, and maybe probably trailing stop. Okay, so let me explain what this means. Now let's go to the market right here. So let's go back to the chart. So you can get to the chart from here. All right. So let's click there. Now we are on the chart right here now, and we're viewing it in 1 day. Let's say we want to buy this crypto right here at this current price right here. Now when we buy this crypto at this current price right here, uh, and then want to sell it at this point at this other price right here that it has gone to. So what I'm saying, let me want to buy it at this price right here, and then want to sell it at this price right here that it has that all-time high that it has gone to. So look at the different prices. 0.330, okay, the current market price, and then 0.397. All right, let's click on buy. Okay, sorry, we were talking about limit. Before I talk about that one, limit, let's go back to the chart again. Let me finalize on the limit stuffs before I continue on that particular analysis. Now let's say the market has gone to 0.31, all right, 0.331, and then want the market to want to buy at this price where it has gone to before. So let's press down there and we'll see it's, let's say 0.292. All right, click on buy. We'll come here. How much do you want to use? Let's say you want to use $100. And where do you want to buy? Let's say you want to buy at 0.0292. Now when it gets to 0.29, once I click buy, the order will be executed. All right, and we'll need about $88.4 to do that. Okay, I could adjust the amount here to $100. So now whenever it gets to that particular price, this particular price, it will automatically buy. All right, then we could as well set a sell order same way. Okay, let's say we can set a sell order. Let's say we bought let's say 100 pieces at this price here. We can set the sell order to be at 3.90. all right, now let me show you how you can make profit with this. All right, we come down to the, let's go back to that market. Let's go back to the market. What market? AGL. We're analyzing AGL. Now let's say we're analyzing this AGL. All right, and want to buy at this current market price, but want to sell at 0.397. Click on buy. All right, now if we are buying with $100 at 3.397, 397, okay, 3.97. all right, what, 3.97, right? Yeah, 3.97 buy. So for me to reset this to the current market price, I have to click there, tap on it. Okay, so now I'm buying this with $100. Okay, let's say $100, or even $1,000. Let me use $1,000. So those of you all that have a lot of money, $1,000, and let's say want to sell it at 3.97. Now at 3.97, we'll be making an extra $206 in profit. $206 in profit when the market moves a little. So let's say we're using like about $100, $100, 100 would have give, at this current price, 100 would have given us 304, 297. Now we'll be having an extra $21 in profit. Now this is how you do this. You know, in when a crypto has gone really high, like In future, when you get to the future level, there's this place we tap right here to know the 24 hours change before we take a trade. All right, that particular section right there. Now look at the top performing crypto for the past 24 hours. Boom, so much it has gone up by almost 93%. It has even gone up by 100%, but it has gone come down a little bit. Now this particular crypto, now you don't profit in spot trading by selling. All right, so not you cannot say, okay, we want to place a sell order or something and then you start profiting. No, we don't profit that way. You can't profit that way. All right, that's why it's called spot trading. And spot trading, once you just buy a crypto, if you click on wallet, you will see everything within your spot wallet, just like this particular one you're seeing right here in my spot wallet. That one is actually a trade that is going on. All right, that is actually going on. All right, so now what you need to do right here is to click on that 24 hours change again, and you will see the worst performing crypto for the past 24 hours, the crypto that has performed the worst for the past 24 hours, and then you tap on it. Let's say tap on the number one. Okay, now you could just like I've placed some other videos on analysis after this video. You could do your analysis, you could do more detailed analysis, but now we're just going by a simplest analysis, the layman analysis of, okay, it has gone down for the past 24 hours, the worst 9%, almost 10% downward for the past 24 hours. All right, so now let's say we want to buy this particular crypto now, and then what height has it gone to? What height has it accomplished within the past 48 hours? It has gone to 0.583. Now we'll come here, click on buy. When we click on buy, now let's say we are buying with $100. With $100, 0.583, right? Now let's say we put a sell order at 0.583. We'll be making extra $51.40 when it goes to that height, and it can accomplish that within 24 hours or within 48 hours or maximum within a week or so. All right, so it's just as simple as that. Because why it's called a market is it goes up and down. People buy and sell, people buy and sell. All right, so if we're using $1,000 to do this, all right, let's click on the market price again. We're using this, let's say $1,000 to do this. Now at 583, we'll be making about $500. That's about 51% of our money. That's what we'll be making. Just as smooth as that. All right. Now let's look at other crypto that has also gone down. All right. This one has gone down 4%. AGL has gone down 4%. 4% for the past 24 hours. It has gone down worse. Now let's look at what height has AGL gone to. AGL, what height? What height? Okay, let's scroll down. We are looking at the daily time frame. It has gone to 397. 397. Click on buy. Buy. Okay, let's say we are buying with $100. 397. Okay, we'll get these pieces at 397. We'll be making extra $21. So if we are using like about $1,000, we're making extra $210 or so. Yeah, let's go back. We're using extra $1,000 at 397. We're making $210 in profit. This is just how smooth this thing is. So you keep doing that every single day, and before you realize it, you've traded $100 into $1,000 and $1,000 into $10,000 just by using this simplest trading strategy. Now, to go detailed into spot trading, we'll go into, you could use the analysis that I've already analyzed below, and then you see everything going as smooth as ABC. You'll be making so much profit every single day with just spot trading alone. And the good thing is that spot trading is actually very safe, because you it's just like you buying and holding a crypto, but this time around you're trading it. All right, you're trading it. You're not holding it for too long. You're trading it. But one disadvantage about spot trading is that sometimes it can be a bit slow. All right, it can be a bit slow. All right. So let's say a crypto get to a particular price, and then you don't want to sell it through the spot because spot to take is a very small amount of fee, very small amount of fee. You could, when you're at the spot wallet, you could use the convert option and convert the cryptos that are actually available. Like this particular crypto now that I have here, I can use the convert option and convert without paying any fee. The fee is just very little, very little. Okay, so very little for any stress. So that is it.
Now I'm on the Binance app, and to go to the futures trading page on the app, you come to the bottom side of the screen and you see where the arrow is pointing to. You will see the futures menu icon. Then you tap on it and you'll be on the futures trading page. Now before I show you guys the futures trading tutorial and how to make money with futures trading, I would like to say some important things that you need to know. Now, number one is you can make a lot of money with futures trading. Yes, it is possible you can make a lot of money with futures trading. You can turn $10 to $1,000. You can turn $20 to $200, $2,000. You can make a lot of money with futures trading. Number two is you can lose all of your money with futures trading. You can lose all of your money with futures trading. And that is why I always tell people that you need to be careful before you go into futures trading. You need to know what you are doing. It's not something that you just go there to play. And I always tell people that you need to be conversant with spot trading before you can go into futures trading. Number three is futures trading is only for experienced traders. Now, what I mean by this is if you have never done any kind of trading before, any kind, don't go into futures trading yet. So these are the three important things I need you guys to know before we go into this tutorial. Now that you know these three things, let's start. Now the first thing you need to do is to deposit USDT to your futures wallet. Now to deposit money into your wallet, into your futures wallet, you need to go to your wallet, your spot wallet, and make sure you have USDT in your wallet. Now, in case you don't know how to buy USDT on Binance or you don't have and you want to buy, I have a video, a tutorial video on how you can deposit money and buy USDT on the app. I'll put the link to that video in the description of this video, so make sure you check it out. So then once you have USDT, the next thing is to transfer it from your spot wallet to your futures wallet. So I'm going to tap on transfer where the arrow is pointing to, and then you are seeing from spot to cross margin. So we are not transferring to cross margin, we are transferring to your futures wallet. So you tap on the cross margin and then you pick where you have USDSM futures, where the arrow is pointing to. And then once you tap on it, the next thing is to select the coin you want to transfer, which is USDT. It's already in USDT there. And here you enter the amount you want to transfer. So for this video, let's say I want to transfer 200 USDT, and I'll just tap on confirm transfer. You can see transfer successful. Then we go back to our futures trading page, and then you can see our balance here. You have $200.79 in our futures wallet. Now, before I show you how you can take long or short trades on the futures trading page, I need to explain to you guys some terms and features on the futures trading page, which will make it easy for you guys to understand as I go on in this video. Now, the first thing I'll be talking about is what exactly is futures trading. Now, futures trading is where you buy or sell assets or futures contracts at a predetermined price. Now, in simple terms, what this just means is that you are buying or selling assets and predicting the price movement to make profit. So all you are doing is just to predict the price movement of different assets on the app. Now, unlike spot trading where you only make money when the asset is going up and you lose money when the asset is coming down, on futures trading, you can predict that the price will go up, and if you go up, you make money. And you can also predict that the price will come down, and if it should come down, you are also going to make money. So that's the real meaning of futures trading. You are predicting whether the price of an asset will go up or it will come down, and if it should go according to your plan, you are going to make money. Now, the next thing I need to explain to you guys is, as you can see at the top of the screen, where you have USDSM and CoinM. Now, they are both futures trading. Now, the difference between these two is the asset you are using to trade. Now, for USDSM, you are using a fiat currency to trade, and that's USDT. So for this video, I'm going to be using USDSM futures. So for this, we are using a fiat to trade, and that's USDT. But for CoinM, you're actually using a cryptocurrency to trade. So you can actually use BTC, BNB, ETH, or any other cryptocurrency to trade. So that's all the difference between the two. They are both futures trading. So for this video, I'm going to be using the USDSM futures, which means you are using your USDT to trade. So the next thing I need to show you is where to see all the futures contract that you can trade. Now, if you come up here to where you have ETH USDT, where the arrow is pointing to, you tap on it, and right here, you're going to be seeing all the futures contract that you can trade on futures trading. So you can see everything right here. These are all the futures contract that you can trade. Now, if you scroll down, let me scroll down to the bottom and show you guys something. You're going to be seeing that some of these assets, you can see where you have, some have perpetual under them and some have quarterly, then some kind of numbers 0624. For example, let's use these ones at the bottom side of the screen. Now you can see BTC BUSD, where the arrow is pointing to, it has perpetual, and BTC USDT, it has quarterly 0624. Now they are both different. Now, if you are trading with the one that has perpetual, it means that it does not have any expiry date. You can trade that asset for as long as you want. You can open that that trade for as long as you want. For the one that is having quarterly 0624, it means that it has an expiry date, and the expiry date is the number you are seeing. So 06 is the month, so 06 is June, and the 24 is the date. So it means that this asset is going to expire on the 24th of June of this year. So that means that if I take this trade right now and then I don't close the trade or I don't get liquidated, this trade is going to close on the 24th of June. And then let's say, for example, I'm at 10% profit on that day, it's going to close and I'm going to take my 10% profit. If I'm like maybe 50% loss on that day, it's going to close automatically. So the thing is, if you are trading any asset that's quarterly, make sure that you close that trade before it's going to expire and take your profit and move on. Don't leave it, it's going to expire, it's going to close the trade automatically. So that's the difference. Now, the next thing I need to show you guys is where you can see the chart and do your analysis. So if you see where these candlesticks, these two small candlesticks, you tap on them. And this is where you can see the candlesticks, and these are the indicators underneath, the different indicators that you can use. And also, if you go back, the next thing is the calculator icon. So for the calculator icon, this is where you can calculate different things to help you make profit on futures trading. So as you can see at the top of the screen, you can calculate PNL. PNL means profit and loss. You can calculate your target price. Target price means the target price, the price at which you want to take your profit. Liquidation price means the price at which you are going to get liquidated, and you can also calculate your max open and your open price. Now, for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to calculate your PNL and target price. It's just the same process for the other ones. I don't want this video to be too long. So let's say, for example, you want to calculate your profit and loss for a particular trade. So now we are trading ETH USDT perpetual. Let's go back and check the price of ETH. So as you can see right here, the price of one ETH is $3,360. Let's just say $3,360. So if I go back and tap the calculator icon, and then here I'm going to enter the entry price. So let's say I'm entering the trade at $3,260, which is what it is right now. Exit price here, you're going to enter the exit price, the price that you want to close the position or you want to take your profit. Let's say $3,400, for example. Now here you're going to put in the quantity of ETH, but let's just pick USDT. So you tap that drop down arrow and tap USDT. So let's say we are going into the trade with let's say $1,000. $1,000. Now at the top here, you're going to see where you have leverage. I didn't talk about leverage. Now for leverage, in case you don't know what leverage is, leverage means you are borrowing an additional amount of money to add to the money you have so that you can have a lot of money to trade with. It's just like saying you are borrowing money to add to your own money so you can have more money to trade with. Now, let's say, for example, you have like $10 and then you want to go into a trade with $1,000. You can do that with leverage. If you have like $100 and you want to go into a trade with like $2,000, you can do that with leverage. Now, let me show you what leverage means. So let's say, for example, I'm using 20x leverage for this trade. Now, if this asset, ETH, should move up by 1%, we are going to make 20% profit. If it should move up by 10%, you are going to make 200% profit. If it should move up by, let's say, 50%, we are going to be making 1000% profit. So that's actually the power of leverage. And it's also the same thing if you should go down. So it means if you should go down by 1%, you're going to lose 20% of your money. If you should go down by 10%, you're going to lose 200%, which means you can even lose all your money. You can lose all. You can remember at the beginning I said you can lose all your money with futures trading. So let's, for example, for this, I'm using 20x leverage. and then I'm going in with $1,000. So it means that once I tap on calculate at the bottom side of the screen, it's going to show me the amount of money I need and then the profit I'm going to be making. So let me just tap on calculate. So you can see right here, initial margin is $49. So it means that I need $49 out of my own money, and I'm going to be able to enter this trade with $1,000. So you can see the power of leverage. With just $49, I can enter this $1,000 trade. And that's because I picked 20x leverage. So, and I'm going to be making the profit and loss I can see is 42 USDT. So I'm going to be making 42 USDT, and the ROE is 85%. So that means you can calculate the amount of profit you're going to make. So let's say, for example, you plan to like exit the trade at let's say when it gets to like $3,300. You don't want to take too much time. Just want to take profit and go. Tap on calculate again. It's going to show you just need $49, and the profit and loss you're going to be making $12, and the ROE is 24%. So here you can actually calculate the profit and loss that you're going to be making. Now let me give you a simple trick or strategy on how to calculate how much you need to enter a trade. So let's say, for example, you want to enter a particular trade with $5,000 and you want to pick 20x leverage. Just calculate $5,000 divided by 20. That's going to give you $250. That means you need $250 from your own side to go into a trade with $5,000. That's the power of leverage. Or let's say you just want to go in with, let's say, $1,000. Just calculate $1,000 divided by 20, and that's $50. So you just need $50 from your own money to be able to go into a trade with $1,000 and 20x leverage. So that's a simple strategy you can use. And also, when you are picking your leverage, don't pick a leverage that is too high. The higher your leverage, the more risky your trade is, and the higher chance of you losing your money. So make sure that the leverage you are using is quite low. And when I'm doing futures trading, I always pick 20x leverage most of the time because I can't risk my money too much. When you are going for 50x leverage, 60x and upward, you're actually risking a lot of money. So make sure that you are just going in with little amount of leverage. So that is how you can use the calculator to calculate your profit and loss. It's also the same strategy to calculate your target price. For target price, just pick your leverage, enter your entry price, enter your ROE, that's the percentage you wish to make. If it's 10%, enter 10%, and it's going to be showing you the target price that you should take your profit. And you can also calculate for liquid price, max open, open price, and so on. I don't want to do all of this because it will actually make this video too long. So let's go back. So that's how you can use the calculator icon, and it is very, very useful. And I've also talked about leverage. Make sure you take important notes of everything I've talked about on leverage. And the next thing you need to know is liquidation price. Now, liquidation price is the price at which your trade is going to automatically close and then your money is gone, which means you're going to lose your money. Now, let's say, for example, we take a particular trade. This particular trade, you can see the price is currently at $3,260, and then we predict that it's going to go as high as $3,400, and then it doesn't go our way, and then it goes down to the liquidation price. You're going to be given a liquidation price when you take a trade. I'm going to be showing you guys later in this video. So when you take a trade, you will see they'll give you a liquidation price, and then if your price should go down to the liquidation price, you're going to lose all of your money. Now, the next thing I need to explain to you guys is isolated margin and cross margin. So if you tap where this arrow is pointing to, once you tap on it, it's going to give you the cross margin and the isolated margin. So now they are both different. Now, if you are using the cross margin to trade, it means that once you get liquidated, you are going to lose all of your money, including the ones in your wallet. This is because once you get liquidated, you will lose the money you have used to enter the trade, and then the money in your futures wallet will be used to hold the position. And then once it can't hold the position again and the price is still going down, you're going to lose all of your money. Now, what I mean by cross margin is that, let's say, for example, you can see I deposited $200 into this futures wallet in this video. And let's say I decided to go into the trade with $100, and then it goes to liquidation price. I'm going to lose my $100. And then the remaining $100 in my wallet will be used to hold the position. And then if it's still going down, I'm going to also lose my $100, which means I'm going to lose all of my money. So you can see why I said you can lose all of your money with futures trading. But if you are using isolated margin, this means that once you take a trade and then the price gets to the liquidation price, you are going to only lose the amount of money you used to enter that trade. So let's say, for example, I have $200 here and I enter with $100. If it gets to liquidation price, I'm only going to lose on the $100 I used to enter the trade. I will still have my remaining $100 in my futures wallet. So that's the difference between the cross margin and the isolated margin. So now, how can you take a trade on the futures trading page, whether you want to long or short. Now you need to know that when you want to long, it means that you are predicting that the price will go up, and when you want to short, it means that you are predicting that the price will go down. So let's say, for example, we want to long this trade ETH USDT. Now if you tap on where you have limit right here, you can see you have different options: limit, post only, market, and so on. I will still explain. Now let's say, for example, we are using limit. Now limit will allow us to set the price we want to enter the trade. So let's say, for example, you can see the price is currently at $3,260. So we can decide that, okay, we want to enter the trade when it gets to $3,240. And then after you enter the price you want to enter the trade, the next thing is to pick your leverage. So at the top of the screen right here, beside isolated, tap on it and then you pick your leverage. So let's say, for example, I'm using 20x leverage for this. I'm just tap on confirm. And then the amount you're using to enter the trade. Now the amount you're entering here is not the amount you are giving. It's the amount, like the total amount. So that total amount will now be the amount you want to drop multiplied by your leverage. So let's say, for example, I want to drop $100 for this trade. That means the amount I'm going to be entering here will be $100 times 20x leverage. That's $2,000. So I'll just enter $2,000 right here. And then if you scroll down, you're going to be seeing your cost. So the cost is the amount of money you need to enter that trade. So you can say I need just $99.9, which is approximately $100. So basically I'm entering this trade with $100. So you can see we already said the price we're entering the trade. We're entering at $3,240, and then we are entering the trade with $2,000. So we just come here and click on buy or long, which means you're predicting that it will go up. Now if you scroll down here, you're going to see that the trade is under open order. Now the reason why it's under open order is because the price has not reached the price we want to enter the trade. The price of ETH right now is $3,360, but we say we want to enter once we get to $3,240. So once the price of ETH goes down to $3,240, we have entered the trade, and then you will now see your order under position. You can see where you have position here. That is where you now see your order. So you can see there's no position. We don't have any position right now. So once this trade is open, you're going to have it under position. Now, so let's say, for example, we want to enter the trade instantly. Like we don't want to wait for when the market goes down before we enter the trade. You just have to come up here where you have limit. You tap it and here you tap on market. You're going to be using market instead of limit. But before I do that, let me cancel this trade that is open. I'm just going to tap on cancel right here. So you just cancel it. So once you cancel it, you have $100 back. And then you come here to where you have limits and then you tap on market. So what this means is that you're entering the trade instantly. You're not waiting for when the market will come down to enter the trade. You're entering immediately. And then the next thing, pick your leverage. We've already picked 20x leverage. And here, I want to enter the trade with $100. So 100 times 20, don't forget, that's $2,000. I hope you guys are learning something. If you are learning something, please let me know in the description of this video. Just let me know you are learning something from this video. And then once you come down here, you see the cost is $100. So you're entering this trade with $100. And then once you tap on buy or long, the trade will be open. So once you tap on position, you will see your trade under position. So you can see it right here, under position. Now let me explain some terms or some things that you need to know right here. Now if you can see the size means that the amount of USDT we have used to enter this trade, which is about $2,000. This is 1,999, which is approximately $2,000. And then the margin is the amount of money you yourself use to enter the trade, which is $100. And then you can see where you have entry price bracket USDT. That's the price you entered this trade. So we entered this trade at $3,261. And then where you have mark price, it's showing you the current price of ETH, which means that it is now at 3,364 USDT. Now, if you come to where you have PNL bracket USDT, it's showing you the amount of profit you've made in USDT. So right now we are on $2 profit. And then at the other side where you have ROE, it's showing us the percentage of profit that we have made. So right now we have made 4% profit. You can see we're already making profit with our money. And then if the price is going down, you're also going to be seeing the amount of money you're going to lose. And don't let me forget the liquidation price. You can see the liquidation price right here. It's showing you $3,103. So what this means is that if the price of this ETH should go down to $3,113, you're going to lose all of your money. You're going to lose all of your money. Now, once the price of ETH starts going down, then it's almost eating your liquidation price. Binance is going to send you a notification to let you know, so that in case you want to quickly withdraw the remaining money you have left, you can quickly withdraw it, or you still want to leave it there. So to let you know that, oh, you're almost at the liquidation price. Now, that is how you can take a trade. Now, how do you set your take profit or loss on the futures trading page? Now, you can see where you have stop profit and loss. You tap on it, and here you're going to be entering. Let's say, for example, remember we entered the trade at $3,260. So let's say, for example, we want to take our profit when it gets to $3,290. That's for example. And then at the bottom side here is going to show you the amount of profit you're going to make. So it means if you take our profit at this point, you're going to be making 17 USDT. That will be our profit. And then just tap on confirm at the bottom side of the screen. Now that take profit, you will see it under open order. It will be on open order. Now if you also want to set your stop loss, let's go back and set our stop loss. So if you want to set your stop loss right here, you can set your stop loss to be at, let's say we want to set our stop loss to be $3,200. Now this means that if the price should go down to $3,200, you can see at the bottom side, it means you are going to be losing $37. So you just tap on confirm, and then you are going to be seeing your profit and loss under the open order, your take profit and your stop loss under the open order, and then your position is opened right here, so you can be monitoring it and be taking your profit. So let's say, for example, I want to close my position right here, which means okay, I'm okay with this profit. I don't want to be too greedy. I'm okay. I'll just tap on close position right here. You can see we've already made about 5 USDT right now, and just tap on confirm. And once you go back to your available balance, you see that we already have 204 USDT. So just right now, we've already made 4 USDT. So that is how you can take a trade, set your take profit, your stop loss, and that is how you can close a trade and take your profit. Don't forget to always watch your liquidation price, and don't forget to always use your calculator. That is it at the top of the screen. And also, if you are not good at technical or fundamental analysis, you will need it for futures trading, because you can't just enter a trade anyhow when you are trading futures. You can't just enter a trade anyhow, because you are going to lose money if you are like that. So you need to do some kind of analysis.
So while you proceed with the rest of the lessons, I've also explained there are some technical analysis how to use indicators at the as you proceed down the line with other lessons. The next one you're going to see now is some more detailed analysis of the future platform interface, the calculator, and then how to go long. Then after which you see how to go short. So I hope you're understanding. If you don't understand anything, if you have any question, feel free to use the message box or WhatsApp button below, and then you can ask your questions at the end of the entire course. But this is self-explanatory. All right. So having understood all those stuffs that I've said, Binance Future is not for someone who is trying to practice or test run. There's no demo. It's someone who is already a trader, and by now I believe you've understood the whole concept of how to use it. So now this is how I trade. This is how you can trade and make profit on Binance Future. First of all, let's tap on Binance Future right there. So this is where I tap. All right, so you see right there, that's the button I tap right there. So now when you tap on Binance Future right here, uh like what as was said in the previous video, if you are trading with cryptos, this is where there is crypto. But if you're trading with crypto and fiat currency like USDT, you have to use coin USDM. All right, so now first of all, I'll always, when I want to go to future, I always go to market first. But first of all, let me show you where you can directly access that without having to click out of this place. Is this place? This means chart. All right, and then why this means calculation. So if I click on that chart right there, it will take me to the particular crypto chart. All right, it will take me to particular. Then if I click out, then if I click the next icon beside it, which is this one here, it takes me to calculator. So it takes me to calculating windows, which is this place. All right, and when calculating, you calculate, if you are calculating for long, you leave it on long. If you're calculating for short, you put it on short. All right, so let me leave it on long right there. PNL, as you already know, is profit and loss. All right, and then let's say our entry price, let's say we are entering with like $100, and then entry price. Now, so let me go over this again. Now let's go to our future through this market option. So we click on market, and when you click on market, now you could see some list of cryptos right here. These are my favorite cryptos, my favorite tradable pairs. All right, that's why they are there. You too can add them there. All right, so let's you tap on future. If you don't know where I actually tap, this is where I tap. All right, so if you tap on spot there, it will take you to spot wallet. If you tap on data, it will just show you data about um, some other cryptos. All right, so or whatever crypto that you choose. All right, so now let's tap on future. Now when you tap on future, you see options at the top right there. You see coin USDT M, then coin M, and then other options. All right, so remember we are going for USD M. All right, that's the pair we are actually trading now. This is what I actually do most times, and this is what you do. This is one strategy to trade and then for you to make profit in future. All right, now this is one strategy for you that you need to do. Now there is there's something right here. You see 24 hours change. All right, that 24 hours change is the profit of the cryptos right here. Now, if you tap on that arrow right there, it will bring the cryptos that have gone the highest in this category for the past 24 hours. And then if you tap on it again, it will also bring the cryptos that has performed the worst for the past 24 hours. And then it arranges them in their order of descending order. All right. In their order of descending order, you see this one 3%, 2%, 2%, 1%, and it keeps going. See, if you scroll to the bottom, it will also be arranging to the order of performing to their order of performance. All right, mind you, whatever pairs that is here is actually whatever pairs that is actually here. Yeah, it combines all the tradable cryptos that can be traded on this USD M. All right, so now what I will need to do right here is to click on the first pair that I would like to trade. This pair has gone down reasonably. Now, this one is one of the simplest analysis that I do. All right. Now, there are other ways to analyze charts. Just like you learned from the previous videos, you could use these indicators right here, but we've not come to that. All right, we will come to that definitely. All right, so now looking at this crypto has gone down reasonably, and and I know that for some reasons this crypto will still go down a little bit up to this extent. But since it's the worst performing crypto for the past 24 hours, so let's say we want to trade this crypto right now. And we want to put our take profit around this area, this highest point that it has gone to, and then our entry position is around here. So which means this crypto is get to this position from where it is right now, will make a lot of profit, and then we exit the market. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, but now that's what we're gonna do for this crypto now. So I might have to take a screenshot. So I might have to take a screenshot so that we could visit it. So now what I literally do most times is to analyze my chart from 4 hours time frame, and mostly 1 day time frame, and then I place my trade, go over to future and place my trade. All right, so now looking at this right here, this crypto has gone down reasonably well for the past 24 hours, and it has performed the worst for the past 24 hours. So I want to take a bullish trade on it. I want to go long on it. You already know buy is go long, and then it means that you are predicting that the market is going to go bullish. All right, bullish also means that the market is going to go green. All right, these are just terminologies that traders know, most traders know. So let's click on buy. Now when we click on buy, now we are in future right here. We are in future. So But before then, let's go back to the chart again. Let's go back to the chart. I want you to take note of something. So let me take a screenshot. Now, this crypto has gone down this way. I want to make our entry price around this point here. I want to make our exit price, because when it goes back up, it will definitely reach this all-time high that it has gone to here for the past 48 hours or something, or for the past few days. But no, we might not want it to get to that point. Let's say we want ours to be here. Okay, because when it gets there, it will be dragging in between this point here, going back and forth, back and forth. So we want ours to be around here, our take profit to be around here. And this price, the price we want to choose around there is, let's say, 0.118. All right, so we are entering our market from here. Okay, and then we are taking our profit around there. So let me just make this screenshot. Okay, let me take this screenshot. All right, so now let's click on buy. Now we're using cross so that we can always provide liquidity for our trade. All right, if it's isolated, you know what will happen now. It's just the amount that is there. All right, so that's why we're leaving it across, and then we're leaving it at 20. We're using a leverage of 20. All right, we're using a leverage of 20. Now we also have to do some little calculation right here, and that's where this place come into place. All right, that's where it comes into place. So now let's tap on it to do some little calculation where when we enter our trade. And all right, so now let's enter. This is a P&L, profit and loss. All right, now how much are we entering this trade with? Let's say we are entering this trade with okay, let me start with the smallest. All right, let me start with the smallest. I'll be using $10. All right, I was in $10, but most we could enter with $100. The majority of my trade, I do go into them with $100. All right, $100. And so I always advise, so if you have a total balance of $100, enter a trade with $10 or less. If you have a total balance of $1,000, you can go into a trade with $100, so that you have more than enough liquidity. All right, then if you have like about $10,000, you can go into a trade with $1,000. All right, so now if you have $10, you can go into a trade with $1. All right, so I hope you understand my whole stops right here. So now let's say I want to enter this trade with $10. All right, enter trend 10. Okay, entry price, the entry price. Now what was our entry price according to our screenshot? Let's say our entry price is 0.008434, 0.08434. Entry price is the price you're entering the trade with. All right, now let me just explain something to you here so that you understand. I should have mentioned this earlier. Now, in trading, in cryptos or forex trading, the the market is measured time is measured uh, time against price. All right, sorry, let me put that up. Time against price. While time is on the horizontal axis, price is on the vertical axis. All right, so the price they are referring to is the price of the crypto. Okay, not the your own amount. All right, is the price of the crypto. So let's go back there. Let's go back to our calculation. So the price, our entry price, we are trying to choose calculate our profit. Our entry price is right here, is 0.8434. Now our exit price, what price do we want to exit the market? Let's look here. Where did we say we're going to exit the market again? Okay, we want to exit the market at 0.13118. So come here, 0.13118. So now, and how much are we entering the market with? So let me switch these to I'm going to switch this. They are expected to enter the amount in the particular crypto right there, but I want to switch it to USDT because I want to enter the market with USDT. So let's put $10. All right, so $10. Now I'll click on calculate to calculate our likely profit or loss. So now with $10, if we enter the market with $10, now this will be our profit. Our profit will be extra $5.53. All right, that is our return on investment will be about 1,110.74%. All right, so with these same details right here, let us calculate target price. Let's calculate our target price. Let's say this is another place where you can calculate your target price. Let's say you want to calculate how much profit you could make. All right, so our entry point was 0.84. Let me put 20 right there. Let me put 20. All right, then put 20. Then your expected profit. Let's say you're expecting a profit of let's say 100%. All right, 100%. Now where will be your, let's calculate target price. Tap on calculate. Now your target price should be 0.88410. 0.88410. Let's click on PNL again. 0.88410. You see that this, you see, if we put 0.88410, let's put 0.88410. Okay, let me just put there. Boom. Okay, so for 100%, if you're expecting 100% return in the market, so this will be the point that the market will have to get to 0.8410. That's why we're expecting 100% back. So which means the market will have to go. Let's go beyond all of this. Let's click on the weekly time frames that you see. 0.88. So the market will have to go all the way more than this point here. The market will have to go as far as around this point right here, which is a long move, which is a very long move. All right, the market has been down for so long and it has gone to $1, $1.3 before. So it's possible. It's not that it's not possible. It's possible, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take a very long time for that trade to be executed. So now we're not going too hard. So let's calculate that target price again. Target price, let's say want a profit. Let's just say want a profit of let's say 10%. Let's say, oh my god, did I just close that? Yeah, on 10% profit return of investment. Let's calculate 0.8462. Let's say we want 10%. 10%. Let's say we want 5%. Yeah. I think I made a mistake. So the entry price is supposed to be 0.08. All right, 0.08, not 0.8. All right, that's where the mistake came from. 0.08. Please correct that. Let's calculate again. So 100% would have given us 0.084. 0.084. So in 0.08484, let me click on 1 hour time frame. So our profit should be 0.08 0.08. So for us to get 100% return, sorry, I made a mistake with the entry price before now. That's why. So for our profit to get to 100%, we are looking at this chart in a 1 hour time frame. Now this is where our market have to get to. From here to this point here, we will be getting 100% return of investment. All right, we'll be getting 100% return of investment. So Now please correct that. So which means that this our profit and loss, whatever that we calculated here, this is our calculation here, 0.088484. Let me just leave it like that. 484. Let's calculate. Okay. So if you are entering with a quantity of $10, so this is how the profit margin of about 98% return on investment would look like. It will be so small. All right, so small. So let's say we are entering with about $100. It will be about $4.91. All right, $4.91. Okay, so now let's calculate another thing here. Liquidation price. All right, liquidation price, that is when you will be liquidated. All right, if you enter at a certain price. So let's say 0. What's that our entry price again? 0. Let's use the current price we are seeing here, 0.8416. 0.8416, and then we're entering with about $100. Oh, well, let's say $10. Let's say the same $10 we were operating with. $10. Come on, 10. Okay, then the price, the balance, that is the balance. Balance means the entire balance on your account. Let's say $100. All right, we enter the market with $10. So liquidation price, calculate. Okay. Okay, I think the liquidation price is is flicking a bit. Yeah, so that is supposed to show us right here the price that will be liquidated. All right, so you try it on your side. Okay, mine is is flicking a bit. Oh, remember the entry price, 0.08, rather 0.08. Okay, so there is supposed to show your liquidation price, but okay, now this other section shows maximum open positions. All right, so the entry price, let's say we are this is entry price of 0.08416. Oh no, did I just close that? With a balance of $100. 100. This one will calculate maximum open position. Oh, that's so large, so large. All right, but here's another side where you calculate, let's say, multiple entries, like you get an average of what you like, the average price you should enter. Let's say we are expecting the entry price, let's say we say 0.08416, and then we're entering with the amount of $100, and then we add another position. You are trying to take the average 0.8426. Okay, $100, and then you add another position, 0.8396 with $100, and then you tap on calculate. Now it will give you the average. Oh no, it will give you the average position. That's supposed to be 0.8, rather. That's supposed to be 0.8. Okay, now calculate. Now this will give you the average position that you can enter your trade, and then it will be triggered. All right, so now having done all this calculation, most times when you're entering trade frequently, you don't need to do all this calculation over and over and over, but this is just to cross check. All right, cross check your entry. Now we can now go back. You can now go back to your future, click on buy, and then enter your details here. Now let's look at the chart again. Let's look at the chart again. And you don't need to click on market to look at the chart. Remember where to click, just that direction. Click there, and we are looking at it in 1 hour time frame. Before we're looking at this chart from 1 day time frame. All right, we're about to take this trade right now, but we want it to go to the previous low before we enter the trade. So let's look for a position right here. Okay, let's say let us touch the yeah. Okay, so our entry price to be 0.08365. Okay, 0.08365. Click on buy. 0.08365. All right, that's where we want our market our trade to start from. So which means we are expecting it to come down. So you click on USDT, that's if you have USDT, but if you have the crypto REN, you click on REN. So that's if you already have the crypto, and you can get that through buying from the spot wallet. All right, so but if you want to enter with the market price, just tap on the market price and you enter with the market price. All right, that means the trade will begin immediately. So now we're using limit, so use the limit. All right, 0.0365, and then enter the amount you want to use. Let's say 100 to give you the amount in rent. So most times if you have the quantity right there, you can just be moving in between. All right, using this arrow where I'm punching either 50%, 100%, or something. So using just $100. Okay, now you can tap here, set a take profit or stop loss something when opening a position, choose the last price. Okay, you can tap there to do that. All right, so now the moment I click on this buy along, the moment I click on the buy along, the trade will be executed. The trade will be executed, and then from there, just like you saw in the previous video, you could set your take profit or set stop loss, or you could manually stop the trade. All right, so it means since we are using cross, it means that from time to time, if the liquidity is a bit lower, we could always add more USDT to the wallet to provide more liquidity for the trade. All right, so that will not be liquidated. When you're liquidated, it means that you have lost your money and then your trade has gone off. All right, so now if you check the market now, you see that it has gone up a little bit. So we are taking a position already. From the time we made our analysis, we would have been in profit. We would have been like about 10% in profit already by now, or even close to 100% in profit, because this is 1 hour frame. This market is going up in 1 hour frame time frame. All right, and this market is going to go up, and it's going to go up really offensive. It's going to go up to this extent right here, and it's going to be fast. All right, so that's how we do analysis. That's the first way that I do my analysis, and then I take trade. Now I'll be explaining what these indicators, how to use them, and what they represent. All right, so let me start with the first one. Let me disable everything right here. So with our indicator, this is how the chart look like. Now indicators may not are helpful sometimes, but not 100%, not 80%, not 90%, but they are helpful. Okay, they show you the level, how the market has been progressing within a short time or within their indicative parameters. All right, so if I check the first one, MA, all right, MA means moving average. Okay, this average do have its own settings. Whenever there's a crossover, the market goes accordingly. Okay, so now you see there's about to be another crossover, so the market uh we as well go accordingly. There are about 3 lines when it comes to this particular moving average, and I don't normally use it because uh, my analysis does not require plenty of these lines. All right, but most people do use it. All right, just like you see right there. Now this is how you analyze it. Now you go to you go to the history of the chart, just like the way I scroll backward. Look what happened when a particular period of of a trade is about to begin. Now when there's about to be let's say a bear market, like a lot of sell, the fairly purple cross over the harsh purple, and then the yellow cross over the harsh purple, and then the market goes down. Then when the market is going to go up, but this indicator is actually slow, so I don't recommend it. Okay, then this one is called EMA. EMA works the same way but has a pretty little adjustment to MA. Okay, then we have the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band is one of those my favorite indicator that I do use when I'm trading forex. When it comes to crypto, it's also a good indicator. All right. Now in Bollinger Band, whenever there's a squeeze means just the way this is. There's a squeeze here. It means there'll be a blowout, and this blowout here was blown to a sell direction. So now your other analysis, or this your analysis of how candles behave, will tell you whether the blowout will be in favor of bear market or it will be in favor of bull market. All right. So now this one now, the blowout now was in favor of bear market. All right. So now another squeeze is beginning, and then the next blowout now should be in favor of bull market. All right. So let me disable that. Then we have the volume. Now the volume is very important because the volume tells you the momentum of how the market goes. Look at the volume here. This is it here. It tells the momentum. Look at when the market goes high, it shows those momentum candles going higher. When it begins the bear market, it starts showing the red to tell you, okay, how the market is going. So the volume is important. Then the next one we have the MAC, the moving average convergence divergence. Now this one is almost everyone's favorite. You could see just by looking at it, you probably just understand the way the market is. Now, when there was a when there's about to be a bull market, like bull market means green candle. When green candles, there's about to be a lot of buy. The red that was forming at the bottom start reducing and reducing and reducing till still one green. So if you enter a trade when the red started reducing here, when it gets to this topmost green, you could take profit and then you make a lot of profit. All right. And then when it starts reducing again, you know that the market is going down like that. And then you see there's a line below it. So apart from the small candles that I just showed you right now, there's a line. Whenever there's a crossover, then there's bear. There's buy. That is when green crossover, when yellow crossover the purple, you see there's a huge buy when it cross above, when yellow cross above, but when yellow cross below, then there's a huge sell. So which means that the sell here is just beginning. All right, it's just beginning. All right, then we have the RSI. The RSI is just one stroke, which is this one, just one stroke. So it operates within there's a, a there's a line here, let's say a measurement here. So now it's actually below 40. All right, actually below 40. So when it's above 70, when it's around 70, then you know that okay, this is time for me to place to go short. But now that it's below 40, you know the short is going to be, is not really too good to go short like that. All right, so you allow the market to reset itself. So beside all these other ones I've mentioned, there are wide ranges of different indicator. You can see different ones right there. There are wide ranges of different indicators that one could use in the market. Okay, so but these are the ones that are actually available right here on Binance. All right, so now I might have to just leave it the way it was. I like the MACD and the volume indicator to be there. So I hope you love this. All right.